Hey nerds, we're going Vogue as I do a spoiler-free review of The Devil Wears Prada 2, which will be in theaters this coming Friday, May 1st, to kick off the summer movie season. Does this movie match the iconic look and feel of the original from 20 years ago, or is this another fan service nostalgia play by 20th Century Studios, aka Disney? We'll find out starting now. Welcome back to the Nerd Social. I am Colin. Before we get into it, chapter times are below if you want to skip ahead, and please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also, please visit our website, thenerdsocial.org, where you can find more analysis and commentary from our contributors. So, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is set 20 years after the first movie. It is written by Aline Bosh McKenna and directed by David Frankel. It is also based on characters created by Lauren Weisberger and is produced by Wendy Finerman. Reprising their roles from the 2006 original are Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, Tracie Thoms, and Stanley Tucci, along with newcomers to the cast Kenneth, Justin Theroux, Lucy Liu, Simone Ashley, and BJ Novak. There are also a ton of cameos playing themselves like Lady Gaga, Sierra, Callum Harper, Ashley Graham, and Donatella Versace, and many more that you will see in the movie. Spoiler-free logline of this movie is as Miranda Priestley nears retirement, she reunites with Andy Sachs to face off against her former assistant turned rival, Emily Charlton. So, off the top, the original 2006 movie is one of my all-time favorites because I related very well with the fast-paced culture of New York City and moving up the corporate ladder when I lived there. It reminded me of the line that if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. This movie feels like a Where Are They Now reunion special, but it also expands on the storylines of beloved characters like Andy, like Miranda, like Emily as well. As for the new characters, they are there to help the main character's story along and get moments in the spotlight from time to time. Simone Ashley's character definitely stood out to me. I will get into more details of all the characters in our spoiler review later on. Miranda's icy sharpness was a staple in the first movie, but there's definitely a softer, gentler Miranda in this movie. I won't give away why this is, but if you're looking for a carbon copy of that, here you're not going to find it too much. As for Andy, she has an air of confidence in her, much more so than in the first movie. Remember, she's now in her 40s and with tons of professional experience working in New York City and not the wide-eyed 20-something that recently graduated from Northwestern. She does have her moments of hijinks in this movie, but despite working and grinding for 20 years, she has maintained her kindness and humble qualities, especially to the grunt workers in Runway's office, that made her very endearing from the first movie. The New York City runway offices look very much like it did 20 years ago, but the sleek, modernistic tones are even much more accentuated. The Milan set pieces were all very fabulous and amazing in the movie. You'll be very stunned by the artistry and beauty of the city as well. I've been to Milan before as a teenager, and I really loved it. This is not to say that Paris is charmless, but it's very obvious they wanted to feature Milan in this sequel, having already done Paris in the first movie. The fashion montages are all very cool and makes you want to be a part of the action, along with the opening scene that is their version of the Met Gala. There is glitz and glamour, but there's also a high cost to this type of life, as we have seen from the first movie with Miranda, and is also reiterated in this movie. The commentary on corporate downsizing is the main plot device that drives the movie, even though Disney does this exact same thing with all of their properties. Just recently, they completely eliminated their visual effects teams from Marvel Studios. The movie's solution to downsizing was definitely, in my opinion, an easy way out. I won't spoil what that is, but I can say that they just needed an investor with a personal score to settle. There's a side note to all this because there's been some controversy with this movie, especially online, about the character Jin Chao perpetuating Asian stereotypes and her name sounding like a racist insult. First of all, her name does not sound like the racist insult when you say her name correctly in Mandarin Chinese. My Mandarin Chinese is not that good, but I know when it's an obvious or a sneaky, subtle racist remark. In my opinion, this criticism is questionable at best. Second, her initial look in the movie. Okay, she looks nerdy, but that trope has been used endlessly in Hollywood for a very long time. You will see that her look does change over the course of the movie, so to me, that's also questionable at best. And third, her Asian academic high achiever background. In a New York City corporate office, like the ones at Runway, you either get into those spaces through connections from the wealthy class, or you work your ass off academically like she obviously did. Interview well multiple times and check off all the boxes from the higher ups, especially if you are a person of color, because a lot of these spaces are still predominantly white, despite how the movie portrays a queer and a South Asian assistant to Miranda. If you actually want racist stereotypes, there are plenty of examples to choose from, but Jin Chao is far from being one in this movie, and it's really a needless distraction to the whole movie. In terms of rating, I would give The Devil Wears Prada 2 a 9 out of 10, which is a movie marathon. I really enjoyed this movie because I see Anne Hathaway's character as a reflection of my own professional experiences from working in my 20s to now working in my 40s. Seeing that play out in her character just tells me that I'm old, but I'm also very nostalgic about how I have grown professionally over the past 20 years. So those are my spoiler-free thoughts on The Devil Wears Prada 2. Please come back when we do our spoiler review of the movie. Until then, take care, everybody.